Hello, my name is Alicia. I've been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, one of the most stigmatized mental illnesses of all time. So it's pretty obvious why I'm here talking to you. And since you've clicked on this, chances are you are just as interested in psychology as I am. Maybe you suffer from some kind of mental health issues, or someone close to you does, or maybe you're a psychology student or dreaming of becoming one like me. But even if none of the above is about you, there are 1 billion people in the world right now who have some kind of psychiatric diagnosis. That is roughly every eighth of us. And that's just the official statistic. Imagine how many people feel there's something wrong but haven't gotten help yet. How many of us are living in countries where adequate healthcare is not available, who don't and never will get treatment. Point is, you put all of your family and your friends together, and most likely you will find someone among them who is mentally ill. Actually, the more I talk about it, the more people around me come out and say, you know what, I have a problem too. I've done a talk on depression recently for a group of people who were not there to talk about mental health at all. It was a completely different project. But I was amazed about how many of them it still resonated with. It shouldn't have been a surprise since 80% of the world's population have suffered from depression at least once in their lifetime. So this means even if you haven't had depression yet, there is a big chance you will one day, unfortunately. I will definitely talk about depression and anxiety on this channel too, but mostly I will be talking about borderline personality disorder. And my angle, well, I would like to be talking about it in a way that is not too dramatic. Funny, right? Since borderline personality disorder is part of the dramatic erratic cluster B. But there's more than enough drama around us on the internet. I would like to create a chill space where we can talk about it with compassion and understanding, where we can try to ground ourselves, talk about solutions and skills and tricks that will help us get better and help our loved ones. I'll be talking about things that are good to know for anyone, whether they have mental health issues or not, like how to apologize correctly, how and when to say no, how to ask for what we want, how to know what we want, how to know what we feel, how to convey it in constructive and helpful ways. I obviously don't have all the answers, but I have learned so much on my 4-year journey to recovery, and if you know anything about BPD, you will probably have guessed what my weak spot is. It's relationships, of course. And they are hard for everyone. So many people really love each other but still hurt each other. And often they don't know how to resolve the conflict, how to ask for forgiveness, how to rectify the damage that has been done, how to forgive and let go. I would like to talk about all of that. It's important. I would also like to tell you about my experience with borderline symptoms, get really personal about them, humanize them further, like so many wonderful YouTubers with BPD before me. So here I am. But I don't want to only be talking, I want to actually do something useful every once in a while. So let's do a little exercise right now, okay? You see, when I think back to the beginning of my journey to recovery, which is far, far from over, I remember starting with this. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Do it a couple of times maybe. Now ask yourself, what are you feeling right now? I feel a bit anxious because of the camera looking at me. I feel excited too because I'm doing something that I'm passionate about for the first time in many years. Now, what are the primary emotions underneath this? You can actually Google lists of emotions to help you with that, but for now, let's say there are 5 primary emotions. They're joy, fear, sadness, disgust, and anger. So I am feeling joy and fear. Notice where these emotions live in your body. For me, for example, fear is in my chest. It's like tight and jittery. And joy is in the upper half of my head. It makes me feel like a balloon about to float away. It is completely normal to experience these emotions, so I accept them as they are. They come in waves and they will pass, but for now, I will just sit with them for a few moments and let them be. Deep breath. There we go. We have just practiced identifying our emotions. Now, why do we need to do that? I think it's fair to say that many of us have trouble accepting negative emotions like anger or sadness. We tend to suppress them, which of course doesn't work and may lead to some serious overreactions later on, or even to depression. And the positive emotion of joy, it isn't that straightforward either. When I catch myself experiencing joy, there's immediately fear and sadness that follow because, joy is temporary and most relationships are doomed and we're all gonna die, etc. My joy is poisoned. I actually find it the hardest to just experience. And the way to change that is to practice non-judgmental acceptance of it, little by little, over time. So every once in a while, just for a moment, allow yourself to just feel whatever it is you're feeling. Even if it's hard and scary, just try, okay? It's here anyway, whether you like it or not, whether you're ready for it or not. So just for a moment, let it be. Okay, this is it for today. I'll talk to you, or rather at you, again soon. Bye.